Yo, what's the deal? Back again with another, man. It's your boy Kyle. Another video I've kind of been waiting to shoot for a little minute. I had this video up, shot it a whole different way, but for some reason, YouTube decided that it was gonna take it down. Maybe I was putting links in the descriptions and telling y'all where to buy stuff at, and I'm not gonna do that this time, but we're gonna run it back by again. So, as y'all seen, it's about my 10.5, my 5.56 by Palmetto State. And yeah, it's loaded. I don't care. I want y'all to go in the comments real quick and leave a bunch of comments on here about me having my gun loaded on video. This here, this is my 5.56. Yes, this is a PSA kit. Yes, it started off as a PSA gun, but you're gonna see it's a lot different. It's not a PSA gun no more. I call it Frankenstein. It's a little bit of Frankenstein action here, but that's what I got. Let me take this 2-point sling off. Magpul 2-point sling. I always keep that on. As you can see, it's still a pistol for right now. Trying to wait until December roll around so we can see what the final verdict is gonna be with this pistol brace amnesty and see if I need to change it and put a stock on it or if I can leave this on. But for now, I'm shooting this with one hand. It started off as a Palmetto State upper with an arrow lower, pretty much a full Palmetto PSA kit that you can get online. Might pay like this 10.5 probably, and it was like maybe like $700 when I first got it. It was pretty much a complete upper. Charger handle, it was on 10.5-inch barrel, 12-inch handguard. PSA had their little fluted, it was like a little fluted can that was on the front as a muzzle device. The bolt, the stock charger handle, it was a mil-spec trigger. Pretty sure this Magpul grip came on it. I don't think I changed this out, but this grip was on it. It came with an SBA 3, this buffer tube, the spring, and then the actual buffer itself was a standard buffer, not a standard weight buffer, H, whatever that is. That's what came on it. I ended up picking this lower up, this lower by Aero Precision, $130. About to be a good gun for me. Probably got 4,000 or 5,000 rounds through it at this point. So it's still cool. What I've done to it since I got it, starting from the front, then we're gonna come all the way to the back. I got a Yankee Hill can that's in jail right now. So this is Yankee Hill's muzzle device. This they QD. Where they end up getting a Turbo T2. It's still in jail right now, so I'm waiting on that to get out. But this is the muzzle device for a Turbo T2. I put the Streamlight ProTac HLX on there with the pressure pad on the top. So one for constant. I got it on the low setting right now, so once for low, twice for bright. I don't got strobe on it. Well, it has strobe, but I don't got strobe programmed. For anybody that got anything to say, this is angled. I don't know if you can tell, but this is at an angle. This isn't straight up and down. Look at it. Look at the angle. So don't come on here talking about I can't have no vertical grip on it, because the definition of a vertical grip is 90 degrees. The people said it's 90 degrees. Look at this. That's not 90 degrees. Look at this angle. Not 90. If you want it to be 90, look at the gun. It's not 90. This is legal, people. So don't come into my comments talking about it's not legal, because as soon as you do it, I'm gonna say something very smart to you. So I'm just letting y'all know before y'all come in here and get yourselves involved in that.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
I ended up getting this BCM handguard. It's like a 9, almost like a 9.5, but it's really like a 9.3. It's a lot slimmer. It's a smaller handguard. The one that came with the PSA was a lot bulkier than this, but this is it's a lot smaller of a rail. It don't really cut down on much weight, but it feels better in my hand when I'm grabbing it. When I gotta carry this gun and move it around, it's very easy to grab it and hold it here with this slimmer rail on. I don't know if you can see in there, but it's adjustable gas block by a company called Rifle Speed. You see those numbers on there? So the way that this works is, if you look at Rifle Speed, it got the gas block. The gas block has a plunger in it with a wavy ring in it, whatever the thing is. And pretty much what happens is to control the gas in the gun. To control the gas in the gun, all I literally have to do is just twist these. Twist it all the way to 0 to 1 to cut the gas down. Close the port. I can twist it. It's all right, baby, sleep. I can twist it all the way up to 12 to open the gas port up all the way. I run mine on 2. 2 is what works good for my gun. Yeah, that thing was super clutch. Pretty much what I end up having to do, because Rifle Speed only makes these adjustable gas blocks in certain sizes, certain lengths. Like it literally has to be, you know, for mid-length gas system, a pistol gas length, or whatever the other third carbine, pistol and rifle length gas systems. It was barely enough space between where the gas block sat and the end of the barrel for me. So what I end up having to do with the way that this setup was, with this rail, this barrel length, this muzzle device, I end up having to take a Dremel and cut back about 1 inch on my rail, on my hand guard, to be able to get this to where it works. It says optimal with at least 1/2 inch or 1 inch out. But for me, literally this hand guard was at the edge of this. So I ended up having to cut this back 1 inch. That way I got enough space to get my hands on it. This thing is really good. Look up some videos on it. I'll put a couple clips in here so y'all can see, you know, me being able to adjust it, how easy it is, instead of having to have that tool and stick that tool down in there and twist it. If you lose the tool, then you ass out with this. And they say it's self-cleaning too. So that's a good thing. Where are we? We got the handguard up top. When it comes to my sights, I usually don't try to do redundancies on my guns, on my builds, just because certain shit ain't needed. You know, ounces equal pounds. So, you know, as least as I can have on the gun to keep it as light as possible. You know, that's what I prefer. But because when I build these guns, I want to build them for certain purposes. Certain stuff is going to be, I got a 300 Blackout that don't have irons or flip up sights on it as of right now, backup sights on it as of right now, but I am going to put some on there, because just in case the battery dies, just in case this thing goes out, just in case the magnifier stops working, I want to be able to have some iron sights, some backup sights, to be able to still be able to get on my target. The placement of mine, because of this rail, was so small, I had to do some different type of placements, which I wouldn't normally do, but one here, and I got the other one back here. So if you see, flip the magnifier out the way, pop up the front, pop up the back, and it's co-witness, so it literally looks right through this. Perfect. Those are my iron sights. For the red dot, I went with the Hollow Sun, the 512. Just the 512 red dot. They got them in gold dots, they got a green dot, but I ended up going with the red. I like red. Red is my favorite color, so, you know, red is cool with me. Hollow Sun 512C, Micro 3X by Vortex, which was this is a really good pair. It works real good together. My bolt carrier, my bolt group, I went with Daniel Defense. I went with the Daniel Defense bolt, rated for fully auto. This thing probably got about 2,500 rounds through it. Nice. Aero precision lower. I didn't get the M4E1. I wish I would have, just because it looked cool, but this one is perfectly fine for me. I think it's the X15. What else? Extended mag release. bad lever on this side. If y'all don't know what a bad lever is, look it up. BAD, battery assist device. Basically what the battery is when you shoot, this thing go empty the bolt lock back. Instead of me having to take the gun, flip it over to this side, hit it to send the bolt home, I can just hit the bad lever right there in the mag, in the trigger well, boom, send the bolt home. I get back on it. This trigger is it's a Geisley, it's 2-stage trigger. It's a Geisley, not the SD, whichever guys it is, I'll put it in there, but it's a Geisley 2-stage trigger. I enjoy that a lot. Outside of that, man, the only other thing that I got is I did end up getting I ended up snatching up the Silencer Co. GDCH gas defeating charger handle. Just because I run that can on it. I got that Turbo T2. It's super gassy. A lot of blowback in my face. So I'll put a clip up. That's better, but more than likely I'm gonna have to put a heavier buffer in here because it's still kicking a lot of that shit out. So just to try to defeat the gas blowing back into my face, I threw that on. I ain't really got a lot of chances to be able to tune my gun with the can, get the gas all the way right. But between this rifle speed, adjustable gas block, this Silencer Co. Charger handle, it cut down on a lot of gas. But the next thing that I'm gonna end up doing is throwing an H2 in here, throwing in a heavier buffer to try to slow it down and keep some of that gas out of my face. But yeah, man, it's my rifle. It's my 10.5 by Palmetto State. I don't know who to say it's by at this point. I mean, it's not really Palmetto State no more. It's probably the only thing Palmetto State that's left on this gun is the barrel. The gas block is different, the tube is different, the rail is different, the muzzle device is different, the trigger is different, the lower is different. So it's not really a Palmetto State gun. It's really a Frankenstein gun. So if they ask me what I got, I'm gonna just tell them Frankenstein, because literally the only thing that's on this is the barrel. Only thing Palmetto State that's left on this gun is the barrel. Yeah, man, that's about it. Just want to keep it short. Anything y'all see, anybody got any questions about anything y'all see on here, man, just tap in. Anybody got any questions about anything that you see on here, holler me in the comments. I ain't gonna put no links down there in the description, but I'll turn y'all up and let y'all know where to get it from. But holler at me.